everyone, I am Razorblade Mango, and before I start my second playthrough of it, I wanted to take this chance to talk to you about the new South Park game, South Park: The Stick of Truth. And judging by the fact that I am actually going to do a second playthrough, I love this game. I think this is easily one of the funniest games I've ever played, if not the funniest. It's easily the grossest. It's one of the most engaging, and I think the highest compliment I have for it is that even if it wasn't South Park, this would still be a kick-ass RPG. So, South Park: The Stick of Truth is you are the new kid. You don't talk, which leads to some pretty funny jokes. And you go into South Park, you move there with your folks, and you start to make friends with the neighborhood who are engaged, neighborhood kids, who are engaged in the battle of the elves versus the humans. A lot like the episode where they play Lord of the Rings and the Titties and Dragons trilogy. So, you are the new kid, and just, as always in South Park, weird stuff starts to happen. You meet a ton of characters from the show. I mean, these guys, Obsidian, have packed so much fan service in for the people that love South Park and have seen like pretty much every episode in its 17 seasons. I mean, there's tons of Easter eggs there. I'm not going to spoil any of them, but oh my god, I constantly found myself going, oh my god, it's that from that episode, and oh my god, look at that person from that episode. It's just fun. A big South Park fan like me, it's fun to just go play this game and look at all the little like in-jokes and details they have in the background that allude to past episodes from past seasons. It is a blast. And also, the voice work, this game benefits so much the fact that Trey Parker and Matt Stone wrote and directed this, because it feels genuine. It feels like an interactive interactive season of the show. This whole game feels like one long, epic season of South Park, and it's awesome because it brings that authenticity there. Even the art style is almost I couldn't even tell the difference sometimes if I was playing South Park, or if I was playing a game, or actually watching the TV show. It's that good. They nailed the art direction that well. And also, the voice work is great. Of course, I mean, duh, Trey Parker and Matt Stone are doing the voices in this game as well. They're always great. I also love, the script is wonderful. I mean, sometimes it's very, very rare. Sometimes the poking fun at game conventions thing doesn't always work, and that's the very, very rare time. But still, it is hilarious. I found myself laughing out loud at these jokes. I mean, it's hilarious. And even when I was insanely grossed out, and trust me, if you have a weak stomach or are easily offended, do not play this game, okay? Some of the shit that happens in this game, it gets fucking downright disgusting. And even I, who have like a strong stomach, I found myself kind of gagging at some points. It was gross. But that's the beauty of South Park. It can gross you out and make you laugh and make you think all at the same time. It's a beautiful, unique creation. Also, another thing I love about this game is the combat, which is something I never thought I would say, because I'm not a fan of turn-based strategy, but this kind of gameplay is more along the lines of Paper Mario, where you have the turn-based, but you have the opportunity to block, you have the opportunity to increase your attack with the right time of a button press. So, if an enemy is about to attack you, all you gotta do is just press A or X or whatever the control is on the PC. You just click that and you can block your opponent for significantly less damage. That is good. That allows for some strategy. That gets you to actually master your techniques, rather than letting the game randomly decide for you, which is bullshit, which is something I've hated since I was a kid. And even like the much harder boss battles, they put up a fair challenge. They don't feel overly cheap or annoying because they rely on cheating or the match is fixed in their favor. You feel like you stand a chance every time. And also, like, the weapon designs and the armor designs are hilarious because pretty much Trey Parker and Matt Stone's philosophy behind this game with the weapons is that they wanted them to look really crappy. They wanted them to look like kids had actually designed, because Obsidian came to them with all these like really cool weapon and armor designs. And I actually talked to the guys at Obsidian about this. And while they didn't tell me this is what I heard a long time ago back in Game Informer. And these are Obsidian, let me say this. Obsidian are some of the nicest people you will ever meet. They were so nice enough to like talk to me, to share my geekdom of South Park. They even signed my copy of the game, which I thought was really fucking awesome. But also how they came to Trey Parker and Matt Stone with these badass weapon and armor designs, and Trey Parker and Matt Stone kind of just went, no, don't do it all flashy, just make it look really crappy. Because they wanted to look authentic, like exactly what a kid would build. And I thought that part was ingenious. That was so genuine, and it fit the spirit of South Park to a T. But also, I love how your inventory and practically everything in this game is organized by a Facebook thing, where you go, I don't know whether the character has a tablet or a smartphone, you go on your smartphone, and you can equip stuff in your inventory through this Facebook thing. You can upgrade your stuff through the Facebook thing. You can get your perks through the Facebook thing. You can actually get friends. You are trying to befriend everybody in South Park. And it actually benefits you because you get perks based on how many friends you make along the way. And the perks really help you in battle. So that's definitely a plus there. The Facebook thing also has some pretty funny moments themselves. Like, it pokes fun at Facebook. It pokes fun at the social media thing that our country is going through right now. Pretty much the whole world is going through right now. And you just get to see some really funny stuff between all the characters. I'm not going to spoil what they are, but they are funny as hell. What else is good about this game? The the way that South Park is designed, because you never know truly what South Park looks like in any of the shows. You could have, it's very scattershot, it changes. It changes a lot in the show. You're never really sure where things are. They're just there. And they've organized South Park in a way that I find immensely satisfying, and it makes total sense. It's easy to navigate. It's fun to walk around South Park and just see what you can find, what side missions you can come across, what characters from the show you can interact with, who you can fart on, who you can hit. And this is the thing I love about this game. You can hit people without them fighting back, just as a way of like relieving some anger. Like if someone talks shit at you, like if a kid's like, I don't want to be your friend on Facebook, you can fucking beat the shit out of them with the weapon you have, and they'll just be like, ow, ow, stop it, ow. And it is hilarious. You can fart on people, you can fart on animals, and I know I sound like a total fucking delinquent psychopath, but it matches the dark humor of the show, and that I appreciated them going the extra mile for that. Now on to some complaints. I don't know what the situation is with the 360 and the PC version. I played the PS3 version, but the frame rate could use some work. It does feel a bit choppy at times. It never slowed down during combat, which was good. For a combat system that relies on precise button pressing, that's good that it never got choppy during combat. That I tip my hat off to. But sometimes exploring South Park, especially after a loading screen, and there's a lot of loading screens in this, it's that whenever a loading screen would end and you'd be at your area, the frame rate would get really buggy. It would be like it would do the whole frame rate issue thing, and then it would get back to normal, which I thought was kind of odd. And also there was one area where I went into a building and I completed a mission in there, And when I walked out, it was literally like frame rate was pretty crappy, and it just kept going really slowly until I got to the next building, and then it went back to normal, which odd, not unforgivable, but it's annoying. It is irritating because of that. What can I say? You know, I like smooth frame rate. I've heard that the PC version is better though. So if you're gonna get this game, if you have PC and a PS3 and a 360, I would go with the PC version. That's just my honest opinion. But if you only have a PS3, hey, you know what? Frame rate is still a lot better than most of the other shitty games I played. So it's good. Also, another complaint I have is that some of the missions can feel a bit long. They can feel a bit tedious. Even though they are still funny, you kind of are just going from one room to the next, one room to the next, one room to the next, one room to the next. And it's in one specific section near the end that I found to be kind of tedious a little bit. Didn't really enjoy that mission all that much compared to a lot of the other ones. But it's still really cool, and it was a fun mission. Also, I wish that... I know it's a joke that the kid cannot talk. And it is very funny, and it is poking fun at the Silent Hero thing. But god damn it, I wish I had the option to talk back to Cartman in battle. Whenever he's talking shit to me or anything, I wish I just had that option to, like, I mean, I can hit him, I can fart on him, but I want to tell him to just shut the fuck up or, like, flip him off or something. That's one thing this game needed. I don't know if it has it. Please let me know if it does. Otherwise, I don't know. I completely missed something cool. I want it to be like GTA 5, where you could just go around South Park, flip people off, and see what their different reactions would be. That would have been really funny. But really, and some of the farting stuff, I don't know if it's just me, but some of the farting stuff for me, it got a little annoying during the farting tutorial, where if you screw up on the farting, you have to go through this process where Cartman or Randy berates you, then demonstrates it all over again, and then you do it. And then if you fuck up again, you gotta go through the whole process again. And I wish they would have just done this thing where if you fuck up, Cartman would just go, "Oh, you suck, do it again." And you could just do it again, like 2 seconds tops, no problem. But the fact that they have to keep showing you over and over and over again, every time you fuck up, that got so annoying. I almost got angry at that. But god damn it, that irritated me. I'm sorry, that just did. But one final compliment before I give my final thoughts is that you can actually defeat enemies without engaging in combat, and you can use the environment to your advantage. There actually are some cool environmental puzzles going on, and some of them are a bit tricky and do require you to think. That also leads to another problem with the game, is that the game doesn't do a good job of telling you some of the most important stuff. Like the fact that you can switch buddies with the click of a button. You can use them to interact with the environment. You can do shortcuts. You can do this. You can do other stuff. It's just the game doesn't do a good job of telling you some of the coolest features in it. And that was a bit weird. But you know what? Overall, I love this game. As a South Park fan, and the fact that we had to wait an extra 2 years for this because it got delayed multiple times, that was well worth the wait. That was well worth the delay, and I hope the same can be said for the upcoming Watch Dogs. So, my final verdict on this game, I love it. I'm not going to say it's a must-buy, because this is not for everyone, but I'm going to split my rating into 2 different categories. If you are a South Park fan, and love the show, love the humor, are like so into it like I am, absolutely, you must buy this game. This is well worth $60, $50, whatever they're selling it on the other consoles. But if you're not a South Park fan, or just like a minor kind of fan, you kind of look at the show and go, huh, yeah, that's okay. I would recommend maybe wait till the price goes down or you rent it, because while it's still, like I said, it still is a kick-ass RPG even without the South Park elements. It's those South Park elements that are probably gonna put people off. Like I said, if you're easily offended by like racial humor, sexual humor, really graphic sexual humor, foul language, foul graphic violence, don't play this game because it's gonna piss you off. But yes, if you're a South Park fan, absolutely buy this game. If you're not, or if you're just a minor fan, wait till the price goes down to $40 or $30 or rent it. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and if you like what you see, subscribe, like my video. If you disagree with me, agree with me, I want to hear about it. And as always guys, have a good one.